Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we will be taking a look at the Simmons Laser Rangefinder 600, so stay tuned. So some of you astute viewers probably noticed the price tag, $49.97. Let me tell you, you're not going to be able to walk into the store and buy this for $49. This was incorrectly marked, but because they priced it like that, that's what I got it for. It does not cost $49. It costs twice as much. As a matter of fact, if you go to where I went, Walmart, or like if you go into Dick's, you're probably going to pay about $120 for this. So unless you get a good deal like I did. So I had no intention of purchasing this. You know, I had it on, in my mind that I wanted one of these eventually, but I had no plans on purchasing it at any time soon. But I can't walk away from that. But I did let the people know, they when they scanned it on the back, it had the correct price for $119, but then they had to give me that price, but they also said, where are the rest of those? And they took them all off the shelf. So anyway, let's unpackage this. I already sort of opened it up a little bit and been playing with it so I can give you a pretty decent review. So here it is. You can see it's just plastic. It doesn't have a rubberized coating like the more expensive ones. You can see it has the viewing port where you view out of it. That's the back end, and you can see the lens is like deep in there. And I guess this is where the laser thing is, because this is a laser rangefinder, and that's where you look in there. There's also a button right on the top that you press to activate it, and then you put your little box on the target and press the button, and it will give you a range in yards. Now this does have a compartment. You go ahead and put a coin in that screw, unscrew it, take the cap off or the cover off, and you put a 9-volt battery in there. This requires a 9-volt battery and does not come with it. I can't complain for $49, but for $119, I think it should come with a 9-volt battery. Usually most people don't have 9-volt batteries laying around the house, so letting you know you need a 9-volt battery for this. So also there's a hole for a lanyard right there, you can see. It didn't come with a lanyard. Kind of strange. What it did come with was a case. Now this case proudly says Simmons on it, but I hate Velcro. It's a padded case, nothing to write home about. It's a nylon mesh. Has a belt loop right there. You have to run your belt through it. Not very high quality. The stitching on here is only single stitch, so it's it'll stand up to medium workout, but it's not made for taking a lot of abuse. There's a little tag in here that says made in China, which this is made in China, and so is this, because this basically is the cheapest rangefinder you can find. It really is on the low end, but laser rangefinders all do the same thing. What they do is shoot out a laser or light at an object, and that light bounces back and comes back here. Now, the speed of light is known to the electronics in here, so based on how long it takes to go, bounce off, and come back, it can calculate instantly what the range of whatever you're sighting in is. Really cool. Most people use this for hunting. They go ahead and get the range so they can go ahead and calibrate their sighting device, whether it be one on a bow. For bow hunters, they like to use these a lot because you got a lot of drop with a bow, and for long-range gun shooting, for hunting and things like that. So let's go over the specs really quick. This is the black version, as you can see right here. It does come in camo also. Now there is a better version out there, and this is where things change a little bit, but they have one that costs more that can also take into account the tilt. So if you're up high and you're shooting down, it can calculate and give you a better distance based on the angle that it's being held, and it's called the tilt version, or tilt, and it would say tilt on it somewhere here. Now, but again, this is probably the best basic laser rangefinder. It's very accurate. It's accurate within 1 yard, so that's pretty good. And its operation range is between 10 yards and 600 yards. Now, I've been able to get it to work down to 5 yards, but all the instructions and all the stuff online says 10 to 600 yards. Now, when you look through this, which I'll let you see through here very shortly, the optics are set to 4 times. So when you're looking through there, you have 4 times magnification, and it's not like extremely bright. It's okay, but what do you expect? This is a bottom of the line rangefinder. It has a liquid crystal display in there, so when you hit the button, the display comes up, and you'll see, you know, a battery indicator, and you'll see the amount of yards. You'll see the little Y, and when you hit it again, it'll give you the range. So basically, the way you operate this is you hit the button, you wake it up, you see the LCD display come up. Then you aim, you put the little box what you want to get the range of, and then you hit it again, and it will give you the range for that thing, and then it will automatically shut down in 30 seconds. It's supposed to be weather resistant. I'm not quite sure about it. You can see the seam right there. The better ones have a good rubber coating all around them, but it does say it's weatherproof. It does come with that case, and it weighs 7.7 ounces. I put it on my scale with the battery in it, and it was only like 7 ounces. And again, it uses a 9-volt battery. Did not come with it. It is made in China by slave labor for the unbelievable low price of $119, which is very good for a laser rangefinder, unless you find it incorrectly marked at Walmart. So there's 1 or 2 other things I wanted to go over real quick. If you like things in meters, you could go ahead and change this to meters, and all you do is you press and hold the button for about 5 seconds, and the indicator where it says yards will sequence between yards and meters, and whenever it's blinking, whichever one you want, then hit the button and it'll be set to that. I'm leaving it in yards. That's sort of what I'm used to and know. All right, without further ado, let's go out to the backyard and try this out. Well, we're outside my backyard. There's Carson having fun, not listening. And here's the gate right here. It's in my backyard. So let's figure out how far this gate is away. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the rangefinder. And here it is. And I'm going to go ahead and hold it up to the lens like so. And you got to sort of hit the button to wake it up, is what it seems. And then I'm going to go ahead and press it to get the range. And you can see it's 19 yards. That's simple, that quick. You could also see the battery indicator to the bottom left. Now you could also change this to meters by pressing and holding the button until I guess the yard indicator blinks or the meter indicator blinks, and then when you hit it you choose the one that you want is blinking and it sets it. So there you go. Let's see, where's Carson? See how far he is. Now you can see it's harder on dark animals. So he's 24 yards away. Let's try it again. 23. And remember, it's accurate within 1 yard. Let's see what he's up to there. Carson, what are you doing? Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. What are you doing? So let's go over the pros and cons really quick. The pros is it is value price. This is one of the cheapest laser rangefinders you can find. It's very accurate, just as accurate as the expensive ones. It is very easy to use, and the battery life is very, very good. How do I know? Because I read a whole crap load of reviews before I'm doing mine. So I thank all the people who did reviews and wrote reviews on this prior. But people have gone out to 15 hunting trips with these things, and still the battery was good. Cons, well, it doesn't have that nice rubberized texture all around, so I'm sure if your hands are wet, it can get kind of slippery, or wearing gloves, it's probably very easy to drop because it's just hard plastic with very little texture. They put a lanyard hole in there, and they didn't include a lanyard. What's up with that? And it's kind of hard to read in low light because all it is liquid crystal. It's not very bright there in the viewfinder, so in low light, it starts getting very difficult to read. And the other thing, the last thing is, and you could go back in this video and look really closely when I was showing you inside here, there's a speck of dust in there. Things like that drive me absolutely crazy. It's sort of on the bottom, a little piece of dirt in there. And I can't clean that out because this is all sealed. I don't want to break open this thing, and it doesn't affect it in any way. But, you know, things like that just drive me crazy. So the build quality, you know, it wasn't built in a completely dust-free environment, I guess, because a piece of dirt's in there. So those are the cons. However, this is the cheapest, or one of the cheapest rangefinders you can get, and it's very, very accurate, and it does what it's supposed to do. So I still highly, highly recommend it. I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10, and it is probably the best value rangefinder you can find. So thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and you. And I hope you have a great evening, and I will see you again on Friday. Take care. Bye.